token. Yeah, if you want to talk about PulseX, 100%. There's staking. There's it's a DAO token, so you get voting rights. People are going to want to hold PulseX. Yeah, that's going to have its own reasons of being propped up. But PulseChain has no staking. It has no burning other than if the volume gets higher at a certain level, since there's a burning fee
But you
mechanism in
need
the fee
that to
structure.
stabilize it, right?
Right, but natively the PulseChain token will be inflationary, meaning that the gas fees that are generated for the mining for the validating, those are going to be minted tokens of inflation. But at a certain amount of volume, when the GUI goes to a certain level, the burn feature that's in there will actually outpace the inflation, and that's when it becomes deflationary. So that's going to be an up and down thing. So let's just call that a neutral, and it's the supply won't change, right? Just for the sake of argument. So now you have the supply that's not changing, and you have no staking mechanism. My earlier question was, what do you think is going to keep all those people from holding those tokens and that doing a 10,000x? And I kind of alluded to the idea that most of those holders are early hex holders, and that's my reason. Do you have any other thoughts on that too, or what do you think?
Well, I think, to be honest, that like, okay, not being deflationary, it's and having a high supply is not still a big factor of why you want to 10,000x, because everything is on the pool chain, even PulseX. So everything ultimately gonna reward the price of PulseChain, especially the people that gonna copy their hex and take swap it for more. So imagine people sacrifice so much, and also how much people gonna swap, and how much people gonna buy. Only by the factor of generating getting more users on board, and on PulseChain. Only the price pressure that they're gonna go, everything's gonna be buy. Only that gonna push the price high. So that's my opinion.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I mean, more people gonna buy, the more the price gonna go high, right? Why they want to sell that?
So that
It's gonna be one of the best performing assets.
I mean, it's a layer one, and that's what we expect out of layer ones, right? Is it's a buy, hold some for gas,
of course,
stuff like that, right? So there's nothing crazy going on with it at this point. I believe there's a couple people out there building some things that you might be able to stake your PulseChain on to earn some yield.
Like liquid
that might
loans,
be
liquid loans.
Yeah, you can definitely use it at liquid loans. You can collateralize a loan with that and lock it up in there.
But
Yeah,
but
sure.
PulseX is fire, bro. Like, PulseX is fire. It's just a bullet.
PulseX, that's something else.
That's
That's
some
top tier.
nasty thing that gonna melt faces.
What's your favorite part?
Me holding millions of tokens.
No. What's your favorite part of
I
PulseX?
know,
What's
I know,
your favorite
all of it, all of it.
feature?
I just get more excited in the amount that I hold than I care about the economics. But yeah, if I will hold only 1 million PulseX, I will be that happy, would I?
Right? Huh?
What?
Nothing wrong with that. What's up, Nissan brother? How you doing?
What?
Can you
Hey
turn
guys,
down
hey
that
guys.
background music, bro?
Can you follow me? Hey.
Dude,
Hey, Misan, I know you want to come up and talk, but there's so much background noise. I'm not sure exactly what you're saying. So if you want to turn that down real quick, we can hear you. No problem. Come on back up. And he's gone. Sorry about that. I couldn't hear anything. All right, you're back. What's up, man?
Your mic's wrecked, bro.
Hey, hey.
That's so funny.
Hmm.
All right. Moving on.
Yeah, I think about the bull run that we are very close to start it.
Yeah, I think I'm looking forward to the third-party single-sided staking. It's very little risk, and you can go snatch up some free tokens of some cool projects that are coming out.
I mean, like, how many projects we're gonna build on PulseChain? You know, you don't need like even some crazy tokenomics to push the price. Like, I think for the beginning it's 180 different projects. A stupid, crazy number.
Yeah, 150, 180,
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah. Brand new, never been on any
Oof,
chain before.
bro.
Some of them are on Ethereum or BSC right now because they needed somewhere to land, right? But those are brand new projects that have
Yeah.
never been anywhere coming to
But
PulseChain.
still,
So,
everything together, like starting the branding, soldiers that gonna try to conquer the PulseChain ecosystem, and rewarding their projects. So imagine how much marketing is gonna be behind it as well on Twitter.
oh, it's
You want
crazy.
to buy our coin, you have to go and as these small accounts grow, PulseChain, could grow. That's just two pairs.
Yeah, if you've been around these markets for the last couple of years and you've seen the hype during a bull cycle and
Ooh,
fucking Twitter just like crazy, like
yeah.
just banging, and now you're in this bear market, and it's kind of quiet and everybody's screaming at each other and stuff. So it's a it's a different vibe. And when that bull market's running and PulseChain's popping, everything's happening. All the tokens are. It's not even PulseChain. It's just gonna be everything. ETH, Bitcoin, like the whole like Twitter's gonna be freaking fireworks.
Yeah. And imagine also the people that lost so much money during, the bull market, and they want like to take their revenge back from the market by jumping on, gamblers, call them, but these people as well that they just want to make money, you know, uh, they're gonna come on board, and they won't even sell
That's why.
that quick because the price is still gonna go up. They're gonna be like, oh, we hold, oh, we fly together. The more people are gonna come, and
Yep, should be good. Donald, what's up, buddy? You're back.
Hey, how's everybody doing?
Not bad.
Yeah, oh, that's good. I found something that's kind of strange. I've been talking about my teeth a lot because I had one pulled the other day. But the one thing I found out that's really true is when you fall off a horse, you got to get back on. It's the same thing with your mouth. Like I was in a lot of pain until I started chewing. I stuck a piece of gum in my mouth and started chewing on it, and it relieved a lot of the tension and pain in my jaw immediately. So that might be a lesson for everybody out there. You ever got pain in your jaw or your mouth from dental work? Get a piece of gum and chew on it because I think it's kind of like just the activity of chewing is maybe triggering something. I don't know. Maybe it's something
but
that
imagine
will
hitting a
help.
nerve while you're chewing. The nerve goes in your brain
Yeah,
straight away.
right. Yep. So
You have to be brave to do that.
yeah, I mean it hurt for the past day and a
It's
half.
a
I was
muscle,
just
right?
really
It's a muscle. You
thing.
just you just train the muscle.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that lady said that there was a lot of infection underneath the root of that molar. So when she pulled it out, she figured that I would be in pain for a few days. So she gave me some really strong ibuprofen 600 milligrams. She says you could
Hey,
take a
Donald,
couple of these.
you have any coconut oil?
What's that?
Coconut oil. Do you
I
have
thought you
any?
were gonna say cocaine.
Yeah, I do.
Put it in your mouth, man. Just like swish it around your mouth.
I've
And
been
don't
doing
s-
that.
Great. And then take some like floss, man, and like get in there and try and like get into where you think you're feeling pain and try and like, relieve that because it's really the
Massage.
teeth. Well, the teeth, like infections can't heal inside, so you just need to like get in there. That's really the problem. That's why the root canal is necessary.
Just rub
So
some cocaine on it. You'll be all right.
yeah, rub some coke on there.
Yeah, that shit works all the time.
So
I have this stuff called Carmistad gel. It's got lidocaine or something in it.
mhm.
It's for
You
your
can also
teeth.
like
Different-
chew on
different
some
kind of
barks
cane.
and like roots are very good.
Yeah.
Rub some
and then
sugar cane
and then the
on it.
fibers can like kind of they kind of work in there and forget which ones
Yeah.
are really good for the teeth.
Hey
Just got to
Donald,
get with the
hey
folks
Donald,
that
are you
know,
okay?
man. And
And milk's good for your teeth.
Yeah.
You know what,
Well,
what else? You know what else is good for your teeth? Minding your business.
You know what else is good for your teeth? My fist.
I'm kidding, your teeth. This is a joke.
I'm not
I'll
kidding.
beat anybody's ass. Fucking bunch of pussies. No, I'm just teasing.
Donald, I will
I'll
have
be
you
nice.
removed from this dimensional plane.
Yeah. No, I think thanks, Ja. That's a lot of good stuff. The coconut oil is one of those things that's really funny because I didn't realize it, but I watched that YouTube video, and I guess it's a very well known, or it's been used for a long time, for many hundreds of years. Coconut oil as a form of mouth hygiene.
and more, man. I mean, you can eat it, you can cook with it, you can put it on yourself. It's really
Yeah.
powerful.
Yeah.
See me?
It's good for spanking the monkey.
Spank it up.
Hey man, I got to come back up here just to get my laugh in. That shit was funny as hell, Jay, buddy. I had to leave the room just to come back up here and just laugh out loud, man. Oh snap!
Right on.
Yeah. We have no filters.
Coconut oil, save yourself.
Yeah. Yeah,
Say
coconut oil is pretty amazing.
I recommend the virgin, cold pressed.
I use it for making popcorn too.
as well as
believe
coconut oils. Make sure they're virgin, not processed.
Donald, are you 5 years
butter.
old? You're just like throwing things together like, oh, we'll put chocolate on popcorn now.
No, butter only. It's more tasty. That's why I like so much popcorn with butter, because they smell nice. With oil, it's just burned.
When you're popping it, you can use the coconut oil because it has a higher burn flash rate. So, yeah, it's good. It's good to
Okay.
use coconut oil for popping it. Oh, yeah, pretty nice.
Yeah, just ask Marco. It can also be used to tame your beard, and it's really healthy for your hair.
Yep.
All kinds
You
of
sound
stuff.
like
I
a
don't think
crowd
Donald
of
has to worry about that.
girls, feminists talking about healthcare.
What did you say?
We are like a bunch of bitches talking about healthcare and self-care.
Hey,
I use face mask in the morning at 9 o'clock with juice of lemon.
Yes,
We
I
found
use
out-
coconut oil for my facials too. You little bitches. It leaves my facial. When I use it for shaving too, so my
coconut
face.
oil?
If it gets in your eyes, do they burn? Does it turn red?
It's just silky smooth. Yeah.
There are at least 3 ladies listening to you guys. I bet they're laughing their asses right now.
Yeah, either that or they're at the supermarket buying some more coconut oil. Oh, yes, I love this stuff. This stuff's wonderful. I rub it on my feet to take those cracks off my feet. Clears up dry skin real quick.
I'm gonna die over here right now. Excuse me.
We have Samantha, CZ, Vinny, Jessica. So at least 4.
At least 2 of those will join us and laugh with us. So if you ladies want to come up, come on up.
Kurkuma.
CZ's a little too raunchy for me, even me. You know, I'm too wholesome.
You might have to just leave the room then, Spicy.
I have to like cover my ears.
Yeah, earmuffs.
Ribbit. Oh, Hedron's up 54%. What? No,
What?
it's up 5.4%, which is actually pretty good.
What's that, 24-hour?
Yeah, that's a 24-hour clock. What's the longer
Live
clock?
dick games, man. People are
Yeah,
sleeping on that
okay.
shit. Do you guys know how much Hedron was burned the other night on a different chain? It was like over 200 billion Hedron was burned.
Which chain?
POW.
ETH POW. But
it's
isn't
a dead
that...
chain. Don't worry about it. You don't have to worry about it. It's dead. It's a ghost.
Yeah, it's nothing to see here.
Nothing to see here.
But the max supply of Hedron is around...
It's actually 7 trillion less than it is on ETH proof of stake.
117 gazillion? No, 117 billion, right?
Trillion.
Trillion? Is that trillion? Okay. Yeah. Well, I only have 7 trillion.
I think what Spicy's alluding to is that you might want to pay attention to Hedron on POW.
Yeah, it's playing out in like 10x speed. Like you could see into the future, like what, cheaper transactions, man. People will bid like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's playing out at a much faster rate.
Okay.
It's just that nobody could see it because they don't know how to look.
Donald just got
there's no UI.
There's no front end, right, for the HSIs?
Nope, there's no front end, so that means 99% of you don't know how to see it.
I'll tell you what, that's one of the things that I got to say that's one of the things that the complexity of actually finding a token address is getting harder and harder because these are going on all these different directions with these different...
Donald, the token address is exactly the same on all the chains.
It's the same thing, Donald.
Oh, it is? Oh,
so
Jesus
you know what
Christ.
that means, right? You know what that means? It's almost the same exact token.
Okay.
So all you need is a front end to point at ETH POW and the Hedron contract, and you can go find it.
But we'll talk about that more after PulseChain launches because I don't want people to start doing research.
Yeah. You're going down those fucking rabbit holes every day.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
I don't want people yelling at me that I was misdirecting them.
Well, it would be nice if people like you would make some, you know, some tutorials. I mean, because really, some of the shit's confusing. I mean, it's like overwhelming the amount of stuff that's going to be available once Pulse does launch. There's just going to be so much shit that's going to be out there and available for people to trade and do liquidity providing and all these other things. It's going to be pretty overwhelming. So I think that the people who are going to be making, you know, tutorial videos are going to have plenty of subscribers to their channels. I mean, I know K4K does, and
You know
some
what?
other
This is one of those
guys.
things where it's in my best interest. I don't even talk about it.
Okay.
Well, it's also something to think about too, is that ETH POW was a practice run for PulseChain. So if you're not out looking for those things and trying to figure out how to find them, when PulseChain comes, you're not going to know how to find them there either.
Right.
Yeah, it was like a practice run.
Yeah, but the thing is with the PulseChain compared to ETH POW is I think it's going to be dramatic because there is a front end built specifically for Pulse. Right.
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
So
you are right.
It's got a lot of interactivity that is built for you.
You'll have hundreds of people competing against you on day one.
Yeah. Well, they'll be competing against people that are going to be doing any kind of ratio trading and all that shit, right? I mean, I'm not going to partake of much of that because I'm happy with my bags. I'm happy with staking and stuff like that and doing simple things just to make sure that that stuff is secure and it's where it needs to be. Not to say that those things aren't good. It's just, I remember when I first got into Hex, what I was thinking to myself is, oh, this is great. I can just stake it, stake it and forget it. And then all of a sudden other stuff started happening. I was like, oh shit, this is getting really involved. It's like they're pulling you back into the fold. No, we want you to stay interactive. We want you to stay completely active.
No, you don't have to do anything if you don't want to.
Yeah.
Almost everything that I hear about, I just don't even. It doesn't. I don't care.
Literally, if you did nothing and put your wallets away for the next 5 years, you'd be a freaking insanely wealthy person.
Yeah.
Years, 5 years. Wow, that sounds.
Well, my first stake was 3 years. That was one of my first stakes I ever made, was a 3-year stake, and then I heard other influencers and smart people talking about T-shares, and I'm going, what's this? And that's when I started playing around.
Influencer doesn't always equal smart.
No. But I mean, these ones that I listen to are actually pretty smart. But one of the things that I was noticing too is the thing that I did not really even try was to go in and change the numbers for the amount of Hex I was staking and the length of time, because I knew that was there, but I didn't try to just jack up the numbers outrageously, because at that point in time I was basically testing things out and I was just seeing how it functioned. I wanted to know what the functionality was. So it didn't make sense for me to go in there and put big numbers in there and then extend it out the length, and then all of a sudden you see where it shows the projected yield, or the projected yield of X.
Exponentially bigger.
Yeah, and it was pretty amazing, and I was like going, wow, this thing's really powerful. So yeah.
Well, it's getting harder and harder to get that.
Yeah. Let's see, what's 5.3 for Hedron? ICOS is what?
So Spicy, I saw a screenshot of what appeared to be the ICOSA front end that showed a selection of chains.
Can you say that one more time?
The Icosa front end, I think, is what a screenshot of what I was looking at, but it looked like a list of chains that they're building for the UI, and it looked like PulseChain V3, Ethereum, ETH-PAL.
Yeah.
Do you know if that's alive and active, or is that's just something that they're like
That,
trying
you know,
to get launched?
Uniswap.hedron.pro.
Mhm.
That's on there right now. But obviously, like the PulseChain mainnet, like it's not live. It's not
Sure.
like it won't work, but it's there, which is cool. Finally, after all this time, you could like see it now. And then testnet v3 is there and it works, but Uniswap v3, you can actually like fiddle around with it now, but you cannot like click the button at the end to create the NFT. It doesn't do anything. So that hopefully that starts working soon.
Cool.
But
Shit,
yeah, you can see what the ratios are now. So
I have to go speak to you later.
take it easy.
Bye.
Hex is at 090.
Sir.
Yeah, baby. Yep. Bueno.
That's me up some more in the low sevens last or earlier this week.
Yeah, let's see. What was it? Oh, wow. It's up around 9. 10:20. 7:26.
So guys,
Was that Warrant?
What's up, buddy?
yeah, it's good. It's weekend.
Yeah.
How's everyone doing?
Good.
I'm not going to
Okay.
rehash. I just had a tooth pulled and I'm trying to figure out how to keep it feeling normal and not aching. But pretty good. You missed all that. We're talking about coconut oil. The multiple uses of coconut oil.
I know a few things with coconut oil.
Yeah. Yep. It's pretty handy.
CZB here next Friday, same time. It's gonna be ready. I just spoke to the guys. It is already ready, but I'm not in their neighborhood until this upcoming Friday. But it's done, and I've seen it.
What was it? One of the jackets?
Yeah, it says custom one for CZ,
Oh, nice.
and it's got a little Easter egg.
Cool. Hey, CZ, what's up? How are you?
What's going on? Donald, I was going to tell you, eat a dick, baby. Your tooth will feel better. I promise.
That nut oil.
No thanks. I'd rather deal with the pain. Eat a dick. You might like it, but I don't swing that way.
Anyway, good morning, everybody. I hope everybody's having a fabulous day. See a lot of amazing people in here. So I don't know if y'all been up all night or you just up early, but good morning. And Sean came up to say hi, my favorite Keebler elf in the planet. Love him. Anyway, also, I just wanted to tell you, Crypt on the Hood, I left you a DM. I don't know if you're paying attention or not, but
Oh,
check it
okay.
out. And Samantha, love you. Love your face.
Good morning, Susie. Great to hear from you. How are you?
Out shopping this morning. Trying to find stuff for the cruise. I'm getting excited. So excited. And even if I wasn't going on a cruise, I need a fucking beach. I am so over the weather. And I just need to look at some water and put my feet in some sand and have a cocktail and enjoy life and enjoy PulseChain because that's going to happen soon. So, yeah, just chilling, man.
Yeah, for sure. I can't wait for the beach weather. Where you're at in Texas, are you close to one?
No, and I wouldn't go to that beach anyway.
Yeah.
That beach is awful. I don't even call it a beach. I call it a lake. I call it like a big, dirty lake. It's never pretty out there. So the only time I go there, the Galveston area, is if I'm getting on a cruise ship somewhere. So yeah. But no, I love Florida. I love those beaches, which I know that you love those too. And yeah, so I'm looking forward to spending a couple of days in Fort Lauderdale and hanging out with people, the happy people, and getting on this big ass ship. So I can't wait. It's not going to come here quick enough, but anyway, it'll get here.
When is it? It's in April, right?
Yeah, I'm leaving the 22nd to go to Florida, but the cruise goes out on the 24th through the 28th. So, can you imagine how many happy people are going to be on this cruise ship if PulseChain actually launches before the cruise?
Oh, yeah, that's going to be
It's
wild.
going to be a huge fucking party.
You imagine 400 people partying, and then all of a sudden the boat is dead because everybody's in their room because it just launched, and y'all are on a boat connected to a public Wi-Fi
with whack internet. The internet doesn't even work that well.
Well, you know what? You got to get that package, man. Most people don't know about the package. You got to get that drink/internet package. Rather, it's a non-alcoholic package to an alcohol package.
Yeah, $300 for the all you could drink. That's perfect.
Oh, actually, no. Mine was $80. Yeah, and a drink pass. I got it early, so I got a deal. Yeah, but it can get pretty expensive if you wait to the latest. But you know what? $300 is still not that expensive because Jesse and I could do $100 a day anyway, easily.
Donald, you still there?
Yeah, still here.
You still have pain?
It's actually subsided a lot. Like I said, I've been doing the coconut oil rinses, hot salt water rinse.
Yeah, salt water works. But if there is another thing, can you buy hydrogen peroxide?
Hydrogen peroxide? Yeah, I have a bottle of that.
If you have it, that is the best cure. But don't use it frequently. The good thing with hydrogen peroxide is that it is antibacterial, and the second thing, it has one atom extra oxygen, so that is even good for your body. Okay, so you
don't drink it.
You dip a cotton or something and you put it there. Then after like 10 minutes, you remove it and don't do it again for a while, like let's say an hour. Okay, then you can do it again, but don't continuously do it for the rest of the day. If you don't have it, salt water is the best.
And if there is another thing also, you can make it, like make the salt water even more effective by adding a little bit of turmeric. If you if you don't care
You could
I
put
about
have,
ghost
like
pepper.
yeah, I have
if you
turmeric.
yeah, but the thing
Ghost
is
pepper
that
works better.
uh, the, the 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 thing with the turmeric is that after the last use, your teeth will look yellow for a week. If you don't give a shit about it, I would recommend you to make a salt water and turmeric paste. Don't put too much salt in order to make it like a fucking thick paste, okay? Because it becomes too much. So if you make such a paste, you can dip a cotton and put it on that part of your gum.
Okay, I thought you were talking about something that I could actually brush my teeth with, but I imagine you could do that too as well, huh?
This is the best thing for inflammation. Is it the right word?
Of your gums?
Exactly.
Yeah,
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 you
Anything
can
with
yeah.
use the hydrogen peroxide as like an actual mouthwash. Just put it in your mouth and switch it
yeah.
around too.
Yeah, I've done that before in the past. The thing is with the hydrogen peroxide, it's like it makes your mouth water because like you keep salivating after you've rinsed your mouth out with that stuff. It's just like it just keeps on eating into your gums because it's a pretty harsh chemical. But
Yeah, if you
I know,
poured it on a wound, you see it bubble for a little while. It's the same thing. It's getting
yeah.
rid of the germs in your mouth. Let it do it.
Actually, it's good for you.
Yep.
When I was a
Yeah,
little kid, my used to
Donald, you
say,
might want to dilute that hydrogen peroxide depending on what percentage it is. Uh,
yeah, in the bottle, yeah. Well, my
because
mom used
in the U.S.
when
there's a
I had an
lower
earache.
percentage of oxygenated hydrogen peroxide. So and it
Yeah.
when I tried to get it in Europe, it was like I had to specifically request it because at lower concentrations, it is a pretty serious chemical and is used for weird things. So they had like asked me like, "What are you using this for?" I'm like, "Brushing my teeth," like. So it was
Yeah,
that might also like affect the way it feels literally physically on your teeth, like the intensity, so as well.
yeah. I just
You
have to
know
say
for what?
too, to Sean real quick, that was spot on. I mean, amazing. I mean, I told him to eat a dick, but that what you just said is actually really the truth. I
Well,
remember my
that's what you
son
meant,
had to do
CZ,
that.
by yeah, you meant like a hydrogen peroxided cotton dick.
Okay, guys, I gotta jump in as a dentist. I have to jump
Okay,
in
I gotta go while you're
as
doing
a
that. You guys have a fabulous day. I'll come back in later. I gotta run
Have a
into
good
it.
day, Susie.
Okay, sweetheart. Bye,
as
Bye.
y'all.
Remember,
by as a
Been
dentist, I
there,
gotta jump in real quick,
Samantha.
guys.
jokes. Remember,
Real quick, guys. A lot of times, it's not even about the type of products that you guys are using to create alkalinity or to clean things that are on your teeth. Okay, a lot of the times it's build up and things that, like when you go into the dental section at the store, sometimes you can get scalers or water picks that can break up calculus and plaque that's down underneath your gums that's creating the problems. You can use hydrogen peroxide diluted and all these type of things, but it won't work if you still have that buildup underneath your gums. And so either you need to get a professional cleaning or you can go into that dental section and get something that's going to scale in between your teeth and break up calculus and break up plaque that's stuck on your
Yeah,
teeth.
you
Okay?
came into this conversation pretty late in the game, I think. So this all started with Donald had a tooth pulled because of an abscess or an infection. So he's just monitoring
Yeah,
and dealing with that.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
That sucks, man. Sorry you had an infection, bro.
yeah. It was
Sucks.
below the root level, so that's why it was so painful the day of, and then last night I had a
Yeah.
hard time falling asleep. But yeah. That
Yeah.
the idea that you were talking about though is that's one of the reasons. My sister is a dental assistant, and she said too. She goes, it's a really good idea to go in at least once a year and have your teeth professionally cleaned because they are the ones who can see where that level of plaque is down towards your gum line, where it's really important because most people, even though they're a lot of people that are brushing regularly still have some plaque that builds up there, and it's calcified, so it's
Yep.
very hard to get off.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can
And you
brush it.
don't
You
know
brush
that
it
until
as
you
hard
go
as
to
you
a real
can.
professional.
but
Yep.
that's
When you go to a
also
real
Donald.
professional
Yeah,
hygienist, it's like, whoa, they start picking things off and you're going, wow, that feels like part of my tooth is gone. She goes, no, that's just calc. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, built down. That's also what
100%.
what the coconut oil and the salts help to break down. And
Yep.
that's why you're not supposed to swallow that. Like, really, it's important.
Never
Yeah.
Like,
swallow.
don't.
Because
Yeah,
you can
never,
do the
never swallow.
coconut with the tea tree oil pulls, and it's only going to
Yeah.
do so much. If that calculus is thick, that coconut oil is not going to break that up. You're going to have
But
to
I'm
get
pretty
that
sure that CZ
taken off.
swallows.
Ah! All right, bro.
Oh, wait a minute. Not anymore. Damn. I'm pretty sure CZ swallows.
Y'all crazy, man.
That's the difference between a champ and a chump.
Well, sorry you had that infection, man. Tooth pain sucks, bro. It's like you can't take anything, and you can take hydrocodone. It's still gonna hurt, man. And just not that pain is a different type of pain.
So you're
Yeah,
You
that's
can
what
numb it
was
with
weird.
cocaine.
I've had teeth. I had one of their, like I had a couple of wisdom teeth pulled one time, and I didn't experience hardly any pain at all. I mean, I was really surprised. I just didn't. I had a little bit of the day of, but the following day, no pain at all. This was completely different. The day of, I didn't feel very much until
You
the
were young back then.
other
Because
stuff
the
started
root,
to work. Yeah.
you didn't experience that pain because the root was not infected. Now
Yeah.
it's another
Right.
situation.
Yeah. Different
And just,
situation. Yep.
yeah, and what the doctor said, I wouldn't have recommended hydrogen peroxide if he had not said that he has recently been to the dentist. So
Right. Yeah, I get you. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, when I was a little kid, I remember my dad telling me warm salt water was a pretty good, temporary reliever of pain, and it actually works pretty good. Really, really hot salt water works pretty good.
Yeah, it'll take that inflammation down for sure. That's what I tell my patients if they're having gum flare-ups. Saltwater rinses are always going to be great. If you add the coconut oil in there, that's going to give you a lot of antibacterial effect. But if you have lots of plaque and calculus buildup, you're just gonna have to go in and have somebody scale it off your teeth before it'll really heal.
Yeah. Well, I made an appointment with that lady also, to do that because it's been over probably 2 years since I had a professional cleaning anyway. So, yeah.
You know what helps? My grandma, when my teeth came through when I was a kid, she used to let me bite on a clove. It tastes like shit, but it takes a lot of pain
yeah,
away.
Yeah, I've heard
yeah,
that.
it is an old traditional home remedy in poor countries. It is, and some people who has a, if I heard it right, did you say clove, right?
Yeah. The spices
Exactly.
that you use for
Yeah,
cooking.
I know.
And
Yeah,
It's
she
for
used to
yeah,
pain. For
she used to
pain.
yeah,
wrap it in some cotton, and she would put the cotton in a bag of in a bottle of Strorum 80, and just bite it for 30 minutes, and then your pain will be gone.
Another
it
Chlorox?
also
item to not have too consistently, but it's very good to help cleanse and for pain. The clove.
it also helps with the bad mouth smell, but you don't need to chew it. Together with I, let me remember. It's fennel seed. What the fuck is that spice? Looking like
Fennel?
fennel.
Fennel.
Exactly. Yeah,
Anise.
fennel seed.
Fennel's
Yeah,
really good if you have
yeah.
an upset stomach as well.
Anise. Right.
FYI.
Anise. Yep. Yep. That is the traditional home remedy in Southeast Asia, where I have been, probably in the rest of the world too, but where I have seen, like in India and countries all around it. So
Yeah.
salt water with a little bit turmeric, if you don't care about making. I mean, your teeth might look a little bit yellow if you don't care about it for a week or two, not
Butter
too long.
teeth?
It's not gonna. Turmeric with salt water.
Turmeric. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just actually found a bag of ground turmeric today in the supermarket, so I bought a bag. But if I go over the border into Germany, I go to one of those Indian markets, and they sell bags that are like 1 kilo bag of turmeric, or 1 kilo bag of all these other herbs. You know, it's amazing. You go in there, and it's like literally for pennies what you can buy for in a standard supermarket. You know, so like I'm just like saying that because even something as simple as coriander. I go into my local supermarket and I buy these little tiny bitty clumps of, sprigs of coriander. It's fresh coriander, you know. But if I go into the Indian market over the border in Germany, it's like this big, huge clump of it is like $1.
Supply and demand, bro. Start slinging that shit.
Yeah. Well, it's because the women, they cook with more herbs over, some of these different Indian recipes and stuff. They call for a lot more percentage of these herbs, so they just use more every day. Like their volume of intake of those herbs is higher. So obviously they're just going to try to sell them for the lowest price.
You have to declare that as an import at the border going back into Denmark?
No, you don't have to. You don't have to declare anything like that. It's you don't. It's grocery shopping. You don't have to. I mean, really, you don't have to do anything. I remember when I first came to Denmark in about what year was that? 1997, 98. There was a border crossing building, but you drive through and you say hello to those guys and they check your passport, but you go past there and there's a little box on the side of the road that says you can deposit your declarations of taxes in this little box. And people just drove by it. I'm like thinking, shit, that person's got a whole trailer full of Coke and beer and they're not declaring shit. So it was like one of those things, is like a suggested, maybe it was a suggestion box. I don't know.
It's like a tipping jar.
Yeah, like a tip jar. Here you go, Denmark. What's really amazing is part of Germany. I don't know if you guys know the history, but Denmark used to be much bigger. I mean, it extended way down into Germany a long time ago. And one of the best parts of the city of, like Flensburg city, for example, used to be part of Denmark, and its revenue and its merchandising streams are massive. And it was all just given back to Germany, or given to Germany in, I don't know how it happened, with a vote or whatever. But I was just thinking about that one day when I was looking at all the cars coming across the border. I was thinking, man, that's a lot of money that's leaving the country. Maybe we should have another war and take it back. The Germans.
They still own the Greenland. They have lots of territories.
Yeah, and it's funny until you get here and you live in Europe for a while to realize that there were so many different like interactions with these different European countries, where some country took a little part of this country and this country took a little part of that country, and there's wars here and wars there. It's amazing how much history these places have of different territorial
Yeah, and it's amazing how they're erasing that history.
Yep. It's all getting Americanized, man. Everything's Americanized. Hey, with the monkeys.
Mowgli.
What's up, buddy?
Did you like the mess I created yesterday?
What happened?
Did you like the shit I created yesterday?
Actually,
With
yeah, it was
Beirut.
it was
With
good.
Beirut.
It was entertaining for a long time.
It was fucking entertaining.
Yeah, it was pretty good, man.
But like CZ said, we cannot stop people. People make their own fucking decisions. What I did was like it. The good part of it was that we had like 150 listeners, so somehow those people heard, like, was warned indirectly that okay, you can learn good things from this guy, but at the same time be careful of the shit that he's sharing.
Yeah.
Samantha,
Hello.
yeah, have you ever made homemade face mask?
I've never made a homemade face mask, but when y'all are talking about coconut oil, I've been making my own toothpaste for a few years.
Yeah, that's another thing, but face mask,
Face mask? No. No.
Okay.
Do you have any tips?
Yes, out of curiosity, because lots of people in my family and my relatives are doctors, and I don't like medicine. I like, I believe that the cure is all around
Mm-hmm.
us. Yeah.
Yep.
So I learned the face mask a while ago. It, I'm warning you in advance that it contains turmeric, which will make your face look
Okay.
a little
You
bit
want us
yellow.
walking around with yellow teeth and a yellow face?
No, not too much.
Like a Oompa Loompa?
But the benefit, it has a lot of benefit.
No, I
Trust
know.
me,
I love
you will
turmeric.
be
Yeah.
you will be shocked. You will be shocked to see your face glowing like that. But the process, I don't think that men will do it second or third time like I did. I made it one time. I used the paste as long as I had it, but then I didn't make it again, although I saw the positive result of it. So it is really easy. If all you need is rice powder, yogurt, a little bit turmeric.
All right. Question. What kind of yogurt? And does it matter?
There you go. No, you don't need to. Yeah, like natural, simple
Well,
yogurt.
because
The organic kind. No flavor, no nothing.
well,
Just
Plain,
plain.
yeah, plain yogurt.
yeah. Well, I'm vegan, so I'm not going to buy like dairy yogurt. Would an alternative work, or is there something specific in like the animal dairy?
Okay, then skip the yogurt, rice powder, a little bit turmeric. Let me think about a substitute instead of that.
Honey? Maybe some
Yeah,
honey?
honey.
You could use honey, a little bit of lime,
Yep.
and sugar for an
Honey. I think
exfoliation.
I don't know.
Man, I'm getting horny. I want to lick all this stuff off of people.
I don't know if
What the
vegans.
hell?
I don't know if vegans use honey,
I
but
don't
it is
know.
actually okay. Okay, then it's really simple. All you need to do is take the rice powder, put it in a pan with a little bit of water on low heat, and mix it until it becomes gummy. Then you remove it. Now, if you don't have the yogurt and honey, I mean, if you don't want to add, just add a little bit turmeric, and that's it. Your paste is ready.
The rice powder, do you make that yourself or do you buy it pre-made?
I don't know if you can find 100%, but because I have a coffee grinder, so I use my coffee grinder and I made it by myself.
Yeah, that's smart. I would probably make it myself as well.
And you don't need to exaggerate at the first time. Maybe it goes south. Better you make just a little bit and see the result. And even if you don't want to use turmeric, and if you don't want to waste your time to do all this process, if you're eating rice, if you're boiling rice, keep that water. Keep that water. That's really good for your skin. I had pimples on my face, and afterward, it's just kind of like, I don't know, it looked a little bit rough. And then because I was moving from one place to another, change of the climate, it made my skin rough, sometimes oily. So rice water, I used it. I have used it several
When you
times
make
because it
rice,
was
doesn't the
easy.
water get absorbed into the rice usually?
It depends which kind of, in which process you're making. For example, I'm cooking with the basmati rice, and in order to make a good basmati rice dish, you have to boil the rice first and remove the water, then you steam the rice. So that water, you can use it on your skin, you can use it on your hair. It's really good. If you don't want to do all the other things that I told you earlier, I mean, like grind the rice, then cook it until it becomes gummy on a low heat, and then add a little bit, turmeric. If you don't want to do it, just rice water.
Yeah, I mean, that process doesn't sound all that difficult, but I've never heard that about rice or rice powder or rice water specifically being good for your skin or hair. That's interesting.
Do some research about the old traditional Japanese way of having glowing face. There is something else. You can add coffee powder. Oh, for fuck's sake, I forgot it. Coffee
Oh,
powder.
yeah. Like as an exfoliator, the coffee?
I mean, coffee powder together with when your face is ready after heating it. But don't make it too much so that you look like as if you're half African. Yeah. And mix it properly, and then there is something else. The good thing is that just because I
You're
use
going to
all
get
the
me canceled, Sean.
for what? The good thing is that, I mean, I don't know if it works the same way if you just use the rice powder and water and heat it, but with all the other ingredients that you're not eating or consuming, it became like a face mask. I could easily remove it from my face.
Yeah, is there I saw that the host was having connection issues. I don't know if we're going to get rugs or not. Um but do you have like the measurements, like the ratios for the different ingredients to get the right consistency? That way it will actually be like, a mask and stay on there.
Uh, I didn't. I have to be honest with you. It is
That's
what
okay.
I had heard. What I had heard, and the first time I used it, I the I think I have more rice powder than the rest of the things, and that's it. And just because I was a little bit like didn't know how my skin will look if I add more turmeric, so I used really like a fourth of a teaspoon turmeric and like a half teaspoon coffee powder.
So you look like Donald Trump. Orange.